Welcome back. Welcome back to Generation X Nation. I'm going to do a real quick review of the Real Housewives of Potomac and that Married to Medicine. Child, it was a hot ghetto mess. Now, before I get started, I want to take the time, as I always do, thank each and every one of you who have signed up for my channel and left a comment. I do respond back. And please, at the end of the day, I want you guys to just like, leave a comment, leave a comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. I don't ask for anything. I don't ask for money and not asking for donations. I just like doing commentary and uploading the videos. Everything I say on this channel is alleged and in my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. And I have posted the Fair Use Act because I will be playing just a clip or two of a video just to get what I need to say across. And with that being said, you saw the thumbnail and we're going to go ahead and get started with this Real Housewives of Potomac. All right. First off, I got questions and I got a lot of them. First question is, was TJ really acting? My second question, Mia still lying? Is she still lying? Was she acting on her way out the door? Stacey, do we believe Stacey or do we not believe Stacey? I don't know. She doesn't always seem like she's truthful. And Karen and Ray, was that an act? So this goes along with my title. An Academy Award goes to who? That's what we need to figure out. Because from what I'm seeing at this reunion, you know, the other girls were going back and forth, you know, Jacqueline and Giselle and Wendy and all of them. But I'm focusing in on these four couples or these four individuals. Are they acting for the cameras or are they being truthful? Is this really their reality? Okay. First up, we're going to talk about is Mia. Mia left out early. She walked off the stage in tears. And again, if she is genuinely hurt, then, I'll apologize. But she walked out the stage in tears, wiping her eyes, said, I can't take this no more. Not my children. You all seen it. Told the producer to get this mic off of her. She's leaving. The producer saying, hey, you really leaving? I guess they were shocked. She said, I can't take this no more. Now, Mia, keep in mind, you created this storyline. You brought this stuff to the television screen. You sat on TV in front of millions of people, how many viewers you guys have, and said, Ink could possibly be the father of your child. Y'all need to do a paternity test. Ink is the love of your life. You know them since high school. You said that. You said that you married Gordon for the money. You said this. You said Gordon is bipolar. You said that. Y'all lost the business. His brothers and family members sued him out. You brought all of this to the television. And now some of the lies that are now catching up to you, you're upset and trying to flip it back to the ladies and say they're talking about your children. You brought your children to the forefront. Nobody would have never known anything with this paternity until you brought it there. And then they find out at the end of the day, you were lying the whole time for a storyline. Literally, you, Ink, and Gordon seemed like y'all were all in cahoots together. And now you upset because it basically it blowed up in your face. Oh, well, sometimes, as they say, the lies do catch up with you. Mia, you still lying. Now, the faith of Mia on the show, I don't know. I guess she'll be back there next year. If I was Andy, I would probably be hesitant to bring her back. I mean, you walked out during a reunion and left, didn't say bye to nobody. Even though he went back there on part 1 or part 2 and consoled you and just said, hey, hang in there. He tried to give you some, encouraging words to come on back out and face it. You basically slammed the door in his face when you walked out. He wasn't going to let them eat you up too much. But it is a reunion. It is the Housewives, and you know they go hard. All right. So Mia, you can't blame anybody else for what happened right there. You put yourself out there. So you kind of started your own fire. So you can't be mad at the ladies. Moving on. Stacey. I don't know what is going on with Stacey, but I do know when I first seen TJ come on screen, I didn't believe him. He didn't seem to me like he cared about Stacey. Stacey said, "Oh, he's a Christian guy. That's not why we're being intimate. I'm still married to somebody else. He really likes me," but he never gave me the impression he liked you. Every time you say something to him, he was very condescending. He had a little smart mouth. You didn't introduce him to your daughter. And the only time I seen him actually cared was when you did the ball at the on the last episode with the puppies and strut thing or whatever, strut with your pup or whatever. That's the only time he actually, was like, "Hey, where you been? You're leaving me by myself. You're not introducing me to anybody." But it all makes sense now because he was trying to get in good with the who's who of DC. Now, on Watch What Happens Live, the topic is brought up about Kenya Moore and Walter on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Come to find out, that is Simone and Cecil's nephew. So she admitted that Kenya and Walter did date at some point, but when Kenya got on the show, she asked Walter to come on to be her boyfriend. And basically, he was acting. And I remember the ladies on the show accusing him of being an actor based on how they seen Walter and Kenya interact. And we as the viewers seen the same thing. He did not act like he liked Kenya. He was an actor. And that's the same characteristics that we see in TJ when TJ and Stacey was interacting. I'll play the clip, but the bartender in the back said, "Well, if she was going to pay somebody to be her boyfriend, and why would you pay him to treat her bad?" We don't know. The guy Kenya paid didn't treat her nice on screen either. But we definitely know he definitely wanted to be on that show for clout chasing and get his name out there. That's for sure. But listen to what Simone and Stacey and them had to say, and of Andy on Watch What Happens Live.
Nephew Walter Jackson filmed with Kenya.
Hold on. Cecil's nephew is Walter?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Okay.
Yes.
And, okay, well, this is T. Keep going.
Yes.
Yes.
So our nephew.
This is who
filmed
DJ
with
was
Kenya.
accused of.
Yes. Okay.
Being like Walter. Yes. Okay.
She asked him. They dated years prior to the filming, but she asked him would he be willing to film with her.
So Kenya was paying Walter.
I don't know if he paid. I don't think she paid.
Stacey would not be paying. If you're going to pay somebody, it would not be a person like TJ. At least if you're going to act, you should act like you like her. And he didn't act like he even liked her.
Why would I pay
But I've
someone
been
to
telling her
mistreat
Stacey
me?
this from the beginning.
That makes no sense.
No, I've been telling Stacey from the beginning. He is an opportunist, camera hogging, loving person. I'm an actor too. We all out here trying to do what we have to do.
Okay.
But he turned into three different characters. On the last person at the end, I've never heard that voice before.
Now I believe the bartender because as I watched the show, I didn't. TJ did act a little different toward the end. Okay. Next, Eddie's back there. He's calling TJ, finding out what's going on. Eddie and Greg. TJ says it once again on camera. "Hey, I ain't coming out there with you fake people. She paid me to be on there. Y'all won't be seeing me in DC no time soon." He texts the information to Wendy. She tells Andy and the girls on the set, and Stacey's sitting there. "Oh my God, that's not true. That's not true." Going into her quote unquote acting, or she could be telling the truth. I don't know. I'm just not at the point where I believe Stacey, and I'm not at the point where I believe TJ. So then the ladies chant, "Bring Eddie out, bring Eddie out." Eddie comes out, and let me tell you something. I believe 100% certainly everything came out of Eddie's mouth. There is nothing about Eddie that gives me liar. Eddie has been a solid guy since that show started. So Stacey trying to tell Eddie he's not telling the truth is beyond me. But Eddie did play the footage. Andy went back and got the producers. Eddie said exactly what he said, that you did pay him and you owe him some back pay. That's why he wasn't here and he was not invited by you. So Stacey's still on the couch in denial. The ladies eventually, Eddie leaves. The ladies eventually tell Stacey, "Well, just call him." Andy says, "Hey, call him. If you want to clear all this up, call him right now." She refused to do that. So Andy kept saying, "Hey, it's on tape. It's on tape." And we all seen what happened. They bring out the footage. She looks at it, and then she still does not believe what her freaking eyes and her ears are telling her. She hear it, she see it, and still, I just can't imagine. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with you. I don't know if you are that great of an actress. I don't know if you're telling the truth, but it's or lying, but it's something about you in that whole TJ situation that is just not right. I'm not calling Stacey a liar. I think she's highly intelligent. I think she's a beautiful lady. I'm just saying something is not right in Denmark. Somebody's lying. Somebody's lying. And then TJ, he went on social media the other day and basically said, hey, y'all didn't get no invite. That's fine. Y'all don't want me to tell the truth. I'll play the clip for what he said. Apparently he got some stuff he want to get off his chest. Listen to TJ.
Old friends, new friends. What up, y'all? Just getting back from Phoenix. I was doing a play there about Alzheimer's. And anyway, I was getting a bunch of text messages because people were saying, TJ, there was an earthquake in North Hollywood yesterday. Are you okay? Because I live in Burbank, super close to where I live. Speaking of earthquakes, it might be my turn to share some earth-shattering news.
Y'all heard that? TJ says might be his turn to share some earth-shattering news. I don't know what it is, but he's snitching on somebody. And last but not least, we're going to go to Karen and Ray. When Karen landed in that bed, Ray came up, started talking to her about the whole trial and the sentencing stuff. And it was just, I don't know if it was just me, but Karen seems like, Karen was on that new soap opera. I didn't see, I've never watched it, but apparently they showed a picture of her sitting at a table or something. Karen was using her acting skills real good. And her and Ray was sitting there talking again. I adore Ray. I think he's a beautiful guy, real nice. He loves Karen to death. And I just feel like Karen is just taking advantage of that man at some point. She's sitting there, going into all these conversations about, I guess, what she know everybody's thinking and trying to clear them up. My anxiety, my pills. I shouldn't have did this, shouldn't have did that. Karen, you had 4 DWIs. And I know she says it's been 15 years since my last one. They have said on this show, and I've said it in my previous video, Sharice and Robin used to get on Karen and they used to say she had a drinking problem. And everybody would brush it off and Karen would brush it off. And Giselle would kind of look, but she didn't want to say nothing, maybe because of her friendship. So we've already known that there's a possibility that you had a drinking problem. Nobody knew about these 4 DWIs. You sit in front of all these women and talking about, I'll have my day in court. I'll have my day in court and all this stuff. Then this footage came out and it's crickets. You're not saying anything. Now you're trying to clean it up. And then to make things worse, from what they said, you could have did 6 months. I think 90 days in jail and the other 6 months of house arrest and been done with it. But you had to go out grand dame style because in your mind, you were still in that personality and that persona. Now you realize, hey, I need to chill with that. So now you on the bed talking about, I'm no longer going to be the grand dame. Bless her heart. And I love me some grand dame, Karen Huger, whatever you call yourself. But you just really made the wrong choice in this whole DWI thing. You should have came forward. You should have said you had an issue. You should have went to rehab, all this before the trial. And you should have took that plea deal. Because I think the judge went hard on you because they was pissed because they found out you went into rehab for 48 hours. But you didn't show up to the reunion saying, I'm going into rehab and getting help. And come to find out you went to some Club Med for 48 hours and got massages and sitting there watching movies and eating popcorn. Some Beverly Hills rehab type crap. Karen, come on. You are too old for that. I hope she does well. I hope she's safe in there. I'm thinking they'll put her in a different type of area. Hopefully she's not around a bunch of hard criminals or killers or nothing. But that acting job you and Ray did right before your sentencing day to try to give us, the audience, the fans of the show, insight to what you was going through, you should have just been truthful. It just looked rehearsed and nobody believed it. You guys got to remember, when we look at stuff on the screen, we are human beings too. We have life experiences. We can kind of tell when people are telling the truth and lying to us, or if it doesn't feel authentic. I'm not saying it wasn't authentic, it just didn't feel authentic, Karen. It was more acting and not being real. You should have made it more real and less acting. And I ain't saying you had to cry and boo hoo. It just didn't feel it. We didn't feel it. I'll just leave it like that. But again, I know it's going to be a rough year for you. Hopefully, when she gets out, she'll get her part back on the show. Because, in all honesty, there have been other housewives. Let's just be, you know, honest. Teresa and Joe went to jail up there in New Jersey, and both of them came back out and got their jobs back. So we better not hold this against Karen. All right. And in replacement of Karen, I would love to see Candace back. Mia, I can live with or without, because at this point, anything comes out of Mia's mouth, the audience is not going to believe it. Mia really had a head start and she blew it. And that's just being generous and honest. Mia could have been one of the top divas on the show and she blew it. We want more out of Ashley now that the divorce is over, because she never talks about anything in her life, but she loved to stir the pot. Give us more, Ashley. Give us more. And I don't really mind Robin, friend of the show. I would love to see Monique come back in a capacity, but I mean, you brought Phaedra back. You know, I know her and Candace. I would love to see her and Candace resolve something off camera, and then come back on the show. You know, like a storm. Okay, Jacqueline, and Mia, we can live without them. I need Kiara to step up a little bit. I like her, but I need her to step up. And that Jazzy girl, I didn't forgot she was on the show because I didn't see her that much. But yeah, Monique and Candace is what's needed. Maybe Robin, friend of the show, or Sharice back to being friend of the show, and see how it works out with the girls, and maybe bring them back on. But yeah, Mia can go tomorrow. We'll remember her, but there's nothing going forward with Mia that we'll believe. And if the Housewives was you, Gordon, and Ink's only source of income, y'all blew that. You really did. So that's my take on what I saw. Looks like a bunch of actors to me. I didn't discuss the other girls because it was the same old back and forth mess. But these particular people, Karen and Ray, Stacey and TJ, and Mia, they are actors. At least in my opinion, doing this series, this particular season, it was a lot of acting going on with them. And we like reality. And I know some of it's, they make them do a scene over this and that, but they overacted and they didn't give us much of reality. Nobody really believed what was going on in those particular scenarios dealing with those people. So, hey, my opinion, I think the best out of all three probably was Mia, until her spot got blown up, because we really bought into this DNA story with Mia until we found out about that IVF, and that sealed the deal on us. But Stacey and TJ, y'all might want to work on it. And Karen, we love you, Karen, but you and Ray are just y'all not built for acting. Y'all not built for this. Okay. With that being said, you guys go and have a great rest of your day. Be safe out here. Remember, pray for everybody worldwide, not just us, worldwide. Hopefully things will get better. I hope nobody that's listening is going through any hard times dealing with this new things that are coming out of our government. But if you are, just have faith, stay faithful, hold on to your loved ones, let them know you're still here, you support them, and just do the best you can. But worry is not something that we should be, thinking about at this time. We got to put things in God's hands sometime, because we don't know what direction we're going. And with that, stay safe, stick to your loved ones, and have a great day. Peace. This is Generation X Nation out. One last thing. Click, like, subscribe. Click, like, subscribe. Leave a comment. Thank you to every single person who has subscribed to my channel. I definitely appreciate it. And I will be doing a video on those, quote, mean girls over there married to medicine, and see what they got going on. All right. Peace out.